Florida State extended its dominance against rival Florida with an 83-71 victory Saturday that came after the Gators' best player collapsed on the court and was rushed to a nearby hospital. Keyontae Johnson collapsed just a few minutes into the game following a timeout. Johnson was given emergency medical attention on the court and then taken to the locker room. Reports say that Johnson was celebrating with teammates before collapsing. Officials decided to continue the game after Johnson was placed onto a stretcher and taken off the court. Keyontae Johnson is being taken to a local hospital for further evaluation, and we'll share an update when we can, Florida men's basketball said in a statement. A Florida spokesman said Johnson is in critical but stable condition at Tallahassee Memorial Hospital. Florida forward Keyontae Johnson is in critical but stable condition at Tallahassee Memorial Hospital after collapsing in the first half of Saturday's men's basketball game at Florida State, according to a statement from Florida. Johnson, the SEC's preseason player of the year, was moved to a stretcher and carried off the court shortly after collapsing. After Johnson's alley-oop finish put the Gators up 11-3, he collapsed at midcourt as the Gators were coming out of a timeout. Radio play-by-play announcer Mick Hubert said Johnson was standing and suddenly fell forward onto his face. Florida players appeared visibly distraught as the game resumed. Johnson, a 6'5" junior from Norfolk, Virginia, averaged a team-high 14 points last season to go along with 7.1 rebounds. He also led the Gators with 38 steals. Florida basketball star Keyontae Johnson collapsed early in the game against rival Florida State and is in critical but stable condition at Tallahassee Memorial, according to the school. The Gators were coming out of a timeout Saturday when the cameras cut away from the court, and FSU broadcasters said Johnson had collapsed. He was given emergency medical attention and taken to the locker room. Before the incident, Johnson had just finished an alley-oop on a pass from Tyree Appleby. He was celebrating with teammates and walking toward the sideline before he collapsed. Florida players were crying and hugging each other during the timeout. Gators coach Mike White put his arms around his players before the game restarted. Both teams seemed rattled. Florida, 3-1, was ahead 11-3 after Johnson's dunk. The 20th-ranked Seminoles, 3-0, scored the next 7 points en route to an 83-71 victory. White did not address the media following the game and will stay in Tallahassee with Johnson while the team will return to Gainesville. Please keep praying for Keyontae and his family. We all love him, White tweeted Saturday. After the game, FSU coach Leonard Hamilton said he did not have a conversation with White about whether the game should continue after Johnson collapsed. But he told Florida State administrators he was willing to play if Florida wanted to continue. I told our staff I was going to let them make that decision, Hamilton said. It was totally up to them, and whatever they thought was in the best interest of their team, I told them I would accept it. Hamilton, who did not see Johnson fall, said some of his players were crying, and he questioned if they would be able to be effective in the game. The longtime Florida State coach said some players were on their knees praying during the timeout shortly after Johnson collapsed. I did not see what happened, but it had a real dramatic effect on my team, Hamilton said. Johnson, a junior forward from Norfolk, Virginia, is averaging 19.7 points per game this season and is considered an NBA prospect. Johnson is known for his versatility and floor leadership and is considered a leading candidate for SEC Player of the Year. He averaged 14 points on 54% shooting from the floor and 7.1 rebounds as a sophomore. Like most of his teammates, Johnson tested positive for COVID-19 during the summer. Although the cause of Johnson's ailment was not immediately known, the coronavirus can lead to myocarditis, a viral infection of the heart muscle. The Associated Press contributed to this report.